Hello and welcome to another episode of this podcast. I'm excited to be here and share some of my thoughts, ideas and experiences with you to help you grow your business in a way that works for you. So without further ado, let's have a listen. So today I want to discuss and talk about business values and why they are more than just words that should be used, what they should mean for your business, and how having the right values are so much more than just having those buzzwords that everyone talks about. How they can help you become more focused, achieve more in your business, and have a better balance. You know that I love talking about balance on this podcast. So, business values, what are they? This is something you hear being discussed and raised with lots of owners coming out with a string of positive, upbeat, big words, ones that are often used and, out there with everybody. And I've fallen into the trap of this in the past, so I'm no different than everybody else. I've used words that I think should be used to describe my business rather than the words that I want to use to describe my business. So words such as driven, positive, innovative, fun, leader, team player, happy, customer focused, go over and above. All these things that people use as values and talk about as their values because they think they should do it, not necessarily because they are doing it. But values can and should be more than words that you use on your website or on social media. As I've grown and developed and shaped the Female Business Network into a business model and structure that I'm excited and proud of, I've created a set of values that I want to stand by, both in terms of me personally, Janine Friston, but also how I work within the business and the type of person I want to attract into my community and ultimately work with as part of that network. And that's what values are all about. So before I go into what my values are within the Female Business Network, let's go through 5 reasons why I think they are important that everyone should have and think about in their business. Number 1, values can help you drive your business forward in the direction that you want it to go. They're like a set of guiding principles that can shape the overall core of your organisation, whether it's just you and your business as a solopreneur, you have your team, or you outsource things. They can help you achieve your goals, understand your vision, really drill down into what your vision can and should be. Number 2, if you have a team or even yourself when you're looking through those mini steps and those goals that I've spoken about all the time, if you know what your values are, it's going to give you all a common purpose, allowing you to understand the important aspects of how your business operates and what you want to achieve. And this is why I've done this podcast linking into my 90-day podcast, number 2, because having those values, when you're setting your goals, when you're setting your plans and your vision for your business, understanding what those values are can give you all a common purpose and align everything really nicely together to make sure the things that you're working on in your business are aligned to how you want the business to operate and who you are and who you want to work with. Having the right values also allows you to ensure that you deliver the right service to your customers. How do you want your customers to feel? How do you want them to remember you and speak to others about you? Those values are going to be important because it's going to deliver the service, your processes, your procedures, the way you talk to them, the way you work with them, and that's going to be what they remember. So knowing what those values are and making sure everything in your business is aligned to those values is going to make such a big difference to the service you provide to your customer. Number 4, it's going to enable you to talk to that ideal customer and attract the right person into your world. If you share your values and start to talk about what your values are, whether or not it's creating content for your social media, on your website, just how you work and things you talk about with your customers, you're going to work hard at achieving these values and attract the right type of person to you. These people are then going to be resonating with your values. They're going to be very similar to you. Their beliefs and the way they work and the way they think could be similar to you. And that's going to make such a big difference. On the flip side of that, having those values, number 5, is going to stop the wrong type of person wanting to work with you. And I don't mean that you're not going to have people in your community that have got a different value or belief or a principle to you, but they're not necessarily going to resonate with you and your values and your beliefs to want to work with you. If they did, That working relationship might become strained as you go in different directions and think different ways, and neither of you are going to be happy or motivated with the potential results that you're going to see. So actually having those values in place is going to make you not take the time, not spend time on people and ways of working that aren't aligned and aren't right for you and how you want to work. So it's really important. So what are the Female Business Network values? Now I've kept it to 3. They are: we love collaborating, we're committed to succeed, and we enjoy a challenge. Now, these values I've worked long and hard over and had lots of discussions and crossings out and developing them as over the last couple of months. And they not only summarise my approach to the business, but they're also aligned and summarise the type of business owner I am and who I want to attract into the Female Business Network community and want to work with. I want to work with people that are aligned to those 3 values. So, how do those 3 values actually work in reality for me and my business? So, the first one was we love collaborating. So, since starting my business back in 2018, I've always loved to collaborate. I've always loved to work with other female business owners, local community groups to where I am here in South Manchester, and other small businesses to help and support them. We brought to life some fantastic events, communities, we built relationships and created connections together. And more recently with the Female Business Festival and Awards in 2021, and it's fantastic collaboration between me and 2 business friends here in South Manchester. We all aligned together, the 3 of us, to create an amazing day, an amazing event. And it was a part of a collaboration. We worked together because we were aligned in knowing what we wanted the festival to be and who we wanted to attract and what values we wanted to bring. So much so that we're doing it again in October 2023. So watch this space. Also, I love collaborating with people from right across the UK, not just here in Manchester. So I'm working with business owners for in-person events in Gloucester and Exeter at this time, maybe down in Cornwall. So there are lots of events that I'm bringing to life across the UK and working with other similar business owners to me with the same values, the same support mechanism, the same principles and how I want to work in my business. So in my business, I want to work with business owners who have that desire to collaborate, not just for their own growth, but to help others too. And all the events and things that I work with, the common theme is that everyone that I work with, we love to collaborate. We don't see ourselves as competition. We bring something different, but with a shared value of collaboration and helping and supporting ourselves, each other, and the people that attend those events and work on the projects that we're working on. The second one, so we're committed to succeed. I've got my vision, I've got my goals and dreams for the business. I want it to grow and be as successful as it can be, and I'm committed to make this happen. And I work hard to bring events, to do podcasts like this one, to bring communities together, supporting and helping other people whilst succeeding in my own business. I have made sacrifices and choices along the way to make this happen. Time commitments, financial commitments at times, and at times that balance has been a bit imbalanced. This is now improving with changes I'm making to my working life, but I'm still 100% committed and dedicated to make my business dreams a reality, to make them a success. And I want to work with people who have that same commitment. Now, whether or not it's a part-time at the moment, whether or not it's full-time, a side hustle, if you want to create the steps, take the actions that are needed, and are 100% committed to building your version of success, because everything is different, then these are the people that I love to welcome into my community at the Female Business Network and ultimately work with. And the last one there, we enjoy a challenge. Now, this is something my mum always goes on to me about and says, Janine, stop challenging yourself. You need to start taking an easier path to get things done. The truth is, I get bored easily if things are too easy. I love challenging myself to try out new things, develop my skills, grow my confidence, do things that are outside of my comfort zone. And this is not just at work and growing my business and doing things like this podcast, completely out of my comfort zone, but I've challenged myself to do it. But also personally. So, I don't know, about 8 years back, I trained and ran the Manchester Marathon. That was a huge challenge. But I did it, and I set that challenge for myself. And the sense of pride and achievement you do when you enjoy those challenges, you set that challenge and you go for it and achieve it is massive. I also love working with people who enjoy those challenges, who see problems as challenges to overcome and learn from. People who enjoy taking those bigger steps to help them succeed. So those are the 3 values in the Female Business Network. So we love collaborating, we're committed to succeed, and we enjoy a challenge. And these are 3 things that are good for me as a person and good for my business and good about the people that I want to work with. So I'd love to know what yours are. So if you have your values or, this has resonated with you, share them, send them to me, share them on Instagram. You can find me at Female Business Network, or you can email me at janine@femalebusinessnetwork.co.uk. I'd really love to hear about what your values are, what they mean to you, your business and your customers. So I hope this podcast episode has resonated with you. I'd love to find out as well. And next up, I've got a little mini series coming, The Power of ... Now, in this mini series, I'm going to be sharing some advice and also guest experts on how the power of some specific actions, tasks, steps you can take in your business or personally can bring you a better balance. There's a right combination of guest experts I've got, so I'm really excited about this one. So make sure you follow the podcast to hear more first, and do share it with other people that you think need to listen to this podcast and the upcoming series as well. And I'll be also sharing some advice with you. So if you want to listen to that mini series, please do so. Bye for now, and I hope you enjoy.